Hey there and welcome back. All right, in the deadlift, you've memorized the 5-step setup. You rehearse it in your bed as you lay there every night, and yet you still struggle with that step 5, that drag the bar up your shins, up your legs as you stand up. That darn barbell seems to swing away from you just a little bit, or maybe a lot, every time you start pulling that thing off the floor. So let's break this down. In the deadlift, the bar needs to be in a close, committed relationship with your shins, with your legs, as you pull that barbell off the floor. So a barbell that drifts away from you betrays that relationship. So we've got to solve that problem. So let's take a look at a couple quick ways that we can address this issue and hopefully fix it for you. First up, and this is so obvious as to be painful, but please, for the love of everything that is good in this world, use chalk. Chalk is useful on all of the lifts, but it's especially useful on pulling lifts like a deadlift, a clean, a snatch, pull-ups, rows. You get the idea. A good basic approach is put a little bit of chalk on your hands when you start warming up your deadlift, and then when you get to your work set or work sets, chalk up again. If you refuse to use chalk, then just summon up your inner Kelly Clarkson and walk away. Just walk away. You've decided not to lift today. That's okay, but you've decided not to lift, so don't even bother trying, all right? Use chalk. Chalk affects your ability to transmit force efficiently to the barbell and therefore control the bar and keep it close. Use chalk. Number 2, we're clearing the real basic things out of the way first. Use the appropriate grip. You can't use a double overhand grip, just your basic grip forever. As it starts to get heavier, you're either going to need to use a hook grip where your thumb goes down on the bar first and your fingers go over your thumbs. So like this, viewed from the camera side here, although it'll actually be like this. Or simply use a switch grip or a mixed grip or an alternating grip where one hand is going to go down on the bar and one hand is going to go up on the bar. One will be pronated, one will be supinated. You can even use straps. If you keep using a grip that isn't allowing you to pull a heavy weight and control a heavy weight and keep it close, again, Kelly Clarkson, just walk away. You've decided not to lift. Use the appropriate grip. So we've covered 2 basic things that affect your ability to transmit force to the bar, using chalk and using an appropriate grip. Now on to a couple of technique-specific things here. Number 3, I believe this would be, pin it to your shins. That's the cue right there. Your lats, your pull-up muscles, are responsible for keeping the bar close, for keeping it on your legs as you pull. But you don't need to think about your massive Arnold Schwarzenegger-esque or Ronnie Coleman-esque lats while you're deadlifting. Instead, just remind yourself to keep the bar close, or more simply maybe, pin it to your shins. And last, number 4, which has to do with step number 4 in the deadlift setup process. Squeeze your chest up, then pause 1 second. What do I mean by this? When people squeeze their chest up during step 4 of the deadlift setup process, they set their back in rigid, hard extension. But sometimes when people will do this, they will continue right into step 5, the pulling process, right away. So they'll kind of combine those 2 steps. When they do this, this often results in hips that drop. When the hips drop, then the shins go forward, then that bar starts drifting away as it comes off the floor, if it even comes off the floor at all. So instead, try this. During step 4, squeeze your chest up, put a whole bunch of tension on the bar, and then pause 1 second. Keep putting tension on the bar. It should feel like it's bending upward in the middle. And in fact, if it's a heavy weight on the bar, it actually will be bending upward in the middle. So keep that tension on the bar while you're pausing. Then simply pull even harder and the bar will break off the floor. Remember, while you're pausing there for 1 second, keep your hips high. This pause has helped a number of people for 2 reasons. First of all, it tends to discourage dropping of the hips. During that 1 second pause, they can remind themselves to keep their hips high. Number 2, it functions as kind of a diagnostic tool of sorts. You can, with a lot of tension on the bar, you can very easily assess whether you're actually balanced, whether you and the barbell together are actually balanced on the middle of your foot or not. And if not, you can quickly make a balance shift to adjust that. And number 2, it allows you to assess whether you're actually doing a good job of keeping the bar pinned to your shins. We hope this was useful, and if it was, please let us know. Hit the subscribe button or leave us a comment below or give us a thumbs up. We hope this helps you get stronger and live better.